Is Durham walkable? Today we're going to be answering that question. Stick around.
The primary answer to that question is no, Durham is not walkable. However, there are a few yeses to that question, and that's what this video is going to be about. So we're going to start in downtown Durham, which is where we are right now. The majority of your walkability in downtown is going to come from living in a condominium, which we actually have the largest condominium in downtown Durham right behind us. And then if you stick to the end of the video, we're gonna hop to a neighborhood that also has a walkability factor in Durham. But speaking of condos, they have been rapidly expanding in the area. And it really started with the one behind us.
Yeah, so the one behind us, this is One City Center.
Yep.
It was finished in 2018, and it kind of seems like since this one was finished, there's just been condo after condo after condo building being built here in downtown Durham, which, you know, it has its pros and cons. It's nice because it allows like a lot of housing in a smaller, you know, portion of area. And it's kind of like has a more urban feel to it, which a lot of people are looking for. It's low maintenance for folks who don't have the yard. You know, they can literally, when you're in these condos downtown, everything is right outside of the door of the condo. So you really do feel like you're living amongst it and like embracing like city life.
And like we said, it's this type of lifestyle is rapidly growing in Durham. There's actually 42 active condos available in Durham. The average price point of these condos is $1.4 million. That is largely due to a luxury condo going in called the Novus.
Yes, the Novus is the newest condo to get started. It's like got its like first couple levels have like started to get the framework done and the stuff like that we passed today. So that's kind of cool. But these condos are like next level condos. Like when we say 1.4 million, that's not the case for most condos in downtown Durham. You're going to find those well under the $1 million budget, but these ones are kind of unique and special, and they're going to be really interesting to see how long it takes them to kind of sell all of those.
So what is walkable within distance to these condominiums? You have the DPAC, which is Durham Performing Arts Center. You have the Durham Bulls. You have the local coffee shops and restaurants downtown. You have Carolina Theater. So there's a lot within downtown Durham that is walkable from these condos. What is not walkable are things like grocery stores, or maybe you have like a local convenience store, but not like a CVS or a Walgreens or something along those lines. So there is still a limit to what is walkable from these condominiums, but it gives you a walkable nature that you can.
Yeah, you can definitely get to the restaurants and the coffee shops, and if your work happens to be downtown, you're going to be in good shape. But yeah, like there's not going to be a Harris Teeter in walking distance or a Target in walking distance
Harris
from downtown.
Teeter's it's a local grocery store.
Which makes sense because typically what you find downtown is going to be those more local places. There's not like a lot of chain type of situations going on downtown, so it kind of lends itself to not have that. There are some small grocers that, you know, they're not going to have everything, but like there's one little market right behind us as well, right under One City Center, Bodega. It's a very small grocery store, but you could, in theory, do all of your grocery shopping there, but you're probably not going to find all of the typical things that you might find in like a much bigger grocery store.
So we're going to hop over to a neighborhood where we're going to look at some single family options that have a walkability nature as well. So stick with us in the next part.
All right, so now we are in some of the single family homes that we would classify as being walkable to downtown. The area we're in right now, it all kind of mushes together, but you have Trinity Park, Trinity Heights, Walltown kind of beside it. So we are in that area now. It's super close to Duke's East Campus. There's a nice little walking path around that people love to use. What you're closest to with walkability in this area is gonna be like the 9th Street area, which has so many cute, I don't know, I just love 9th Street, but so many cool little restaurants. I think it used to have a
more local flair to it than it does.
Yeah, growing up, I feel like it was all local, and it has become a little bit more commercialized, but it's still a really cool place to be. There still are a lot of local spots there on 9th Street. You're also closer to the Brightleaf side of downtown as well, so those areas are going to be more walkable from here. Just so much charm and history in this portion of Durham.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously these are single family options that give you a walkable feel to it in Durham. And so like this area is walkable to places like grocery stores. So you have like a Harris Teeter off 9th Street. You have a Whole Foods just right down the road that is walkable. You've got other shops, coffee shops and restaurants as well. And so it's a little different feel than the heart of downtown. And I don't know if I wouldn't consider this part of downtown Durham necessarily, but it does have a walkable nature to it.
Right. You don't feel like you're downtown. You're not right next to the busy, but you're just adjacent to it, I guess I would say. So it's still definitely walkable. There are a lot of sidewalks and things of that nature. It still has a lot going on and has that more urban feel, but as you can tell, it's pretty quiet back here. Yeah,
it is, and you're close to Duke. So Duke's main campus is not far from here. Duke's East Campus is literally just a few hundred, literally steps away. And so there's just a lot in this area that makes it a very walkable spot of Durham.
Yeah, and you can tell how close to Duke it is because a lot of these neighborhoods have the word Trinity inside of their name. Duke was not always called Duke. When it was first established, it was actually Trinity College. So that's where a lot of these names kind of originated from, which is kind of, it's really neat. And the Trinity College portion of the campus, I think, was Duke's East Campus at the time. So that's kind of where all of this kind of came around. And you have a lot of people who work at Duke and want to live in this area because it's so convenient for them.
Yeah.
So we're here on 9th Street, which is walkable to the Trinity Heights and Trinity Park type and Walltown neighborhoods here. It is just a really fun spot to come hang out, grab something to eat. There are some cool little shops. Zach gets all of his Durham shirts.
Yeah, Cindi says I wear these too much, but they're very comfortable.
He wears them in all of our videos, and they're not all about Durham, and so it's just really funny. But anyway, the shop is down here on 9th Street, so if you're moving to the area and you want some cool Durham shirts, definitely check out Hometown Apparel. But lots of great places to eat here as well. Juju is an Asian restaurant that is right behind us, amazing. Elmo's is probably the most quintessential Durham lunch and breakfast spot that you will ever hear about, and it is here on 9th Street as well. So just lots to do and see here, and if you decided to move somewhere that you wanted to be able to walk to this stuff, Trinity Heights, Trinity Park, Walltown, they're all going to be awesome fits for you.
Yeah, if you like this video, we make other videos like this on a weekly basis, so make sure to check those out. I'm Zach, this is my beautiful wife Cindi. We are a couple real estate agents in the area, so if you are looking to buy or sell, we would love to be your real estate resource of choice. So feel free to reach out. Our contact info is below, and you can also find us on Instagram.
Yep, you can find us on Instagram at the Honeycutt Realtors. We'd love to have you follow along with us there, and we'll see you next week.